The coffee here is shade grown. We call it sustainable coffee. And we produce all the pest control items needed at the farm, as well as all the fertilizer, everything from natural things from the diversity of the farm. The farm is also very socially involved. We have here workers for 3 generations, and they're very interested in seeing that the farm will succeed.
Selva Negra has become a center of learning. Located in the mountains of Matagalpa, Nicaragua, the farm is an exemplary model of both quality coffee production and environmental sustainability.
I think this farm, it is a really great farm. I saw this so much recycling things, how they are working, how they are save the water. They don't use chemicals, toxics to save the flowers, the plants, the coffees. And they are making everything what they needed. Milk, cheese, food, you know, it is something beautiful things. And I will be the best happy people in the world if I go back home in Budapest and Budapest work like this farm.
Attila Molnar is the Hungarian national barista champion. He is one of 10 renowned baristas whose sustainable harvest is bringing to Selva Negra Farm to compete in the first ever Seed to Cup Barista Challenge. For this competition, Attila is joined by Sopexca Cooperative baristas Yadira Talavera and Saida Araceli Granados from Nicaragua, along with the 2008 Nicaraguan barista champion Luis Lopez Granados, Mike Young, the 2007 Canadian champion, Aaron Chacon, the 2009 champion from Costa Rica, Fabrizio Sencion, the 2009 Mexican champion, Eber Bernal, the 2009 Colombian champion, Fung Tran, the United States champion in 2005, and Yara Castano, the 2009 Brazilian barista champion. These baristas will spend 5 days at Selva Negra, following the journey of coffee from seed to the final brewed cup. But they are not here as tourists. During their time on the farm, they will experience the daily life and work of a coffee farmer.
I think when they came, since the idea was for them to live the workers' life, they went to live at their areas, they went to stay where the coffee pickers will live. They had a little kind of a shock. A lot of them come from a better house. They come from good income. They have a lot of comfort in their home.
So the first night was very interesting. We got the key for the Hotel Hilton here in the farm. Some people say it's a bird cage, but it is exactly a nice place. And actually, the king-size bed is great. The atmosphere is friendly, a little bit dark. The smell is like a forest. It's a cool place. It's a real place.
I heard mice running around, and to me this is like a camping trip, but if I had to live this for months and eating the same meal every day, I don't know if I can handle it. Yeah, it's really hard.
Having traveled from all over the world, these baristas must cooperate across different cultures and languages to gain an understanding of the entire coffee supply chain.
Good morning, thank you for coming. My name is Mao Siku, and I'm your host, and we appreciate very much the challenge you guys are taking. This is very interesting for us, the first time we're having something like this. And who knows, from here on we might have an adventure picking every year. So let's see, the list I have is to divide you guys into teams, and what I'm going to tell you is how and where you're going to go pick coffee. The foremen are going to explain you specifically how they want the coffee to be picked, and he will give you instruction as to how to take care of the coffee trees as well.
The baristas will compete in 2 teams, and each day they will face challenges to finish the same jobs given to the farm workers. The team that wins the most competitions throughout the week will win the Seed to Cup Barista Challenge.
It's the first time for me is take coffees, the cherry coffees. It's a very good, the great experience.
Con lo de el reto al barista o Barista Challenge, he pues es completamente diferente a lo que yo imaginaba. Yo pensaba que el Barista Challenge era de hacer un buen espresso, un buen latte art. Jamás pensé que tenía que subir a un pantano a buscar plantas y subirlas. O sea, es la cadena pues, de cómo inician. Agarran el fruto, lo siembran, luego escogen la plantita, la trasladan. Jamás pensé que se trataba de eso.
Bueno, normalmente cuando el cortador va a iniciar, nosotros lo que hacemos es explicarle cómo se hace el corte. Al final, si el cortador o el grupo de cortadores, porque Chico Díaz tiene un grupo, yo tengo otro grupo en otra medida, y voy viendo, calificando la calidad del café que están cortando. Si el cortador cortó mal, le digo yo, pásese ese y me lo manda a escoger al capataz. Me lo manda a escoger, a seleccionar todo el pinto aparte y todo lo que he hecho verde aparte. Entonces esa es una medida que se toma para sacar la calidad también del café.
If you go to a farm that is not really a good farm, they don't work with good coffee, I don't want to really learn about that. So being such a high-level farmer and with such high-level baristas, for me that's information exchange, and for me that's awesome. I think that the barista job is to teach. So how come you're going to teach if you don't know what you're saying, you don't know the coffee? And I think we get some more respect when you see the coffee farm and how they work and seed to cup. That's really important as a barista. I think that just pulling shots is not being a barista.
The farm's use of local organic materials to fertilize the coffee plants is one example of its environmental sustainability. Algae harvested from the pond serves as a key ingredient for composting, as it helps the coffee plants absorb nitrogen.
Attention, the most important news of the contest. If you don't pay attention, you don't get it. You know what the prize is going to be? Surprise, surprise, anybody wants to know? Hot shower! Atención, lo que les estoy diciendo es para los que hablan español, el premio, una bañada con agua caliente. A bañarse con agua caliente. Come on, hurry up. The thing is pulling out on the side. Hey guys, remember you got to get the algae out of the belt, otherwise you lose it when you pick. Juancito, vamos de vuelta. Mira, que tienen que descargar todo eso en un minuto. Para acá, Juancito. Rápido, rápido, rápido. Dele vuelta para acá, Juancito, que solo tienen un minuto para descargar. ¡Hey, apúrense! ¡Woo! ¡Ahí tienen que descargar! ¡Ahí tienen! ¡Descarguen rápido! ¡Viene todo! ¡Apúrense! 30 segundos! ¡You got 30 seconds to download! ¡Hurry up! ¡Hurry up! ¡No! ¡10 seconds! 9, 8, 7, on the run! ¡Hurry up! ¡You got hot showers! ¡You got hot showers!
The algae that you pull out is the upper layer on this compost bins. The compost goes in layer, cow manure, ashes, debris, waste, everything goes in there in layers. And the upper layer is the algae that you pulled out. So all this is being monitored, is being check up the temperature, humidity, and then it is tossed around. And that's what you're going to do now. You're going to toss around this compost, okay?
Fue muy importante ese aprendizaje porque desconozco todos los procesos de abono que recibe una planta y sus derivados. Conocer que de las mismas materias que uno ignora en el suelo son muy importantes para la alimentación de este. Y pienso que algo que nunca se me va a olvidar, valorar el esfuerzo que hacen muchas personas en el campo y saber de que ellos valoran cosas tan mínimas que nosotros les ponemos el pie en la ciudad.
Yeah, it is the first time for me to be here in a coffee farm. It was same what I saw in the photos or the websites, but it was something incredible when I feel the share is in my hands and I pick it. It's not a photo, it is a real.
Most of the time I've been a student here, because it's the first time that I got the opportunity to see the whole chain, and I've been like a sponge, so sort of absorbing all the good points. And maybe the teaching point comes when we are talking with the rest of the baristas, and we are sharing different points of view about coffee, about the process.
Leaving the farm, the baristas follow the journey of the coffee. At the dry mill, they hull, roast, and taste the coffee. During the tasting, or cupping, the baristas identify flavors and characteristics of the brewed coffee. The quality is determined by all the previous stages in the production and processing, connecting each of the stages from harvest to roasting.
Baristas now, I think, have a more defined role in presenting to the consumer more information and more knowledge about what the product they're giving is. Because if you look at the wine industry, how much information a sommelier or a wine store can provide a consumer, the baristas are now finding more and more materials and more resources to enable that kind of communication to take place now.
I definitely see that it will go beyond those baristas, because those baristas have, most of them, the opportunity of talking to the customer who will come and have their cup of coffee. So they will tell them with knowledge and with confidence, because they have worked it, all the things that's come in with their cup of coffee. They will know how it is picked, how hard it is to pick it. It has been a challenge for them as well, because this is the first time that I have seen involvement on baristas themselves. And once the rest of companies and the rest of coffee people see the effect that this will have on their companies with what the baristas have learned, more people will definitely be interested on exposing them to a real coffee farm. So it's a big step and a new step.